Hello, friends. How are you doing? After my kind of freak out after the end of the last game I did today, I decided to take a step away and relax. Now that I have fixed my mental brain fuckle, I am back. If that is a good thing, I do not know yet. Why don't we find out? By making me the judge. Okay. Things look like they're pretty good. Alright, let's get started. I have no idea what to expect. I have never seen this game in all my life. Oh, it looks like we're gonna have things to find out. Or maybe these are more difficulties. Hi, who's behind me? Hello? Individual who is waving a light? Should I be concerned that there is a random person in my room? Hello? I know you're now doing this as a joke. Friend? Okay, my friends just wanted to creep me out. Thank you very much for that. Why don't we start here at the beginning? I have no idea what's going to happen. Let's just get started. Right is right, even if everyone is against it, and wrong is wrong, even if everyone is for it. William Penn. In your youth years, there would be quite a lot of protests against the government in your country, in this case. I've never participated in protests. I don't want to say I. There have been situations where I have found protesters unjust. It just depends on the situation. But the recent protests, I would have preferred to participate in. You have to choose a university, and you made your choice: politics, economy, or law. Um, let's do law. You liked the girl named Mary in law school, but now it's time to share your feelings with her. You said you loved her. You are hesitant to tell her that. You think you are not ready for a relationship yet. See, in 2004, how would I have been? I wouldn't have been the same age as I am now. I would be hesitant because I am me and I am a very anxious person. It wasn't until very recently. Let's see. 20, 21. Yeah, at 21 years old, I was very hesitant. Mary knew your feelings for her and made it easy for you. After college, you married Mary. As a result of your happy marriage with Mary, you have two sons. Mary told you would be a great father. I hope that's not a sign for me in my relationship. As much as I love my girlfriend, I am not ready for kids. After graduating from law school, you start working as a lawyer. You chose the field you specialized in: commercial, family, or criminal law. I'm gonna choose family. Although you had difficulty spending free time, you were happy to spend Sundays with your family. You would visit with your spouse and children every Sunday. Visit? We'd go to the movies. After practicing law for a long time, one of your best friends, Henry, encouraged you to take the judge's exams. After you brought the subject up to your wife, Mary, you saw her as a little worried. When you asked Mary about the reason for her anxiety, she says, "Is this something you want? Are you sure you won't neglect the children and me?" Asked the question, and you too. The, and this will never be a problem for her and our children. You want such a career and will not give up on it. That it would be better for both Mary and the children. Me as a person would never put my job ahead of my family. So I'm going to say that this would never be a problem for her and our children. Mary said that although she didn't fully address her concerns, she would support and always be there for you. And the long-awaited day came. Henry, your wife, Mary, and the children were waiting for the results to be announced while waiting for the results. I would be nervous. Henry comes to you and says, "I believe you have succeeded. From now on, a whole new life begins for you," he whispered. With the announcement of the results, you learned that your career as a judge has begun. Everyone in the house was in great joy. Mary looked a little thoughtful, but she couldn't help but rejoice. Well, in 2023, while you were excited about your first day of duty, you heard the horn of your driver coming from the outside to take you to the office. After kissing Mary, you took your bag and set off for the office. I want to go for the more society. I have no idea what this will change, so. Hey, let's find out how fucked I make myself. There are seasons in this game? The Kawhi Border Command V, Boat and Bell. Human trafficking case. Human trafficking, what the fuck? What the fuck? Hello, Richard. How are you? Thank you, Minister. I hope you are well too. Due to the recent appointments, you'll be starting your first day on the job. Do you feel prepared? Yes, Minister. I'm glad to hear that, Richard. I have a question on my mind. What is it? You are aware of the country's situation. Do you think you can handle this role? I've been. I've been working in the field of law for a long time. It won't be difficult for me. Your appointment of me is the biggest proof of that. If you don't believe in me, then appointing me to this position was not the right choice. I'm going to say I've been working this for a while. Thank you for your response, Richard. I wish you success in your duties. Oh, fuck. I'll examine the Constitution book. Okay. And then, one, an individual or organization commits the crime of human trafficking by transporting people across borders through illegal means or by turning a blind eye to such transportation. Perpetrators of human trafficking are punished according to national and international regulations. The court may sentence the defendant to imprisonment ranging from 3 to 8 years. Alternatively, the court may impose a fine of up to $300,000. The discretion to lower or increase this amount based on the defendant's behavior in court is at the discretion of the court. Article 248. Any person who intentionally causes the death of another person shall be deemed to have committed the offense of homicide. The crime. I think this, since we're focusing on human trafficking, it's going to be this first one here. Kobade. Kobade is certainly not a normal country. Its history, in particular, is quite dark. There have been numerous coups in the country's past, and military juntas have ruled the nation. The people have also become accustomed to these military coups. I thought I was in America, and it's not considered a normal situation for them. But it's time for things to change. The country deserves a democratic government. Elections have been held for this purpose, and now there's a civilian constitution in place. The country is governed by the government that emerged from these elections. This new government has its fair share of concerns, especially considering the significant power the military has had in the country's history. One could say that Kobadi is now looking to the future with hope. After all, there is now a democratic administration in the country. This change has also affected the judiciary. Courts that were once under military control are now conducting trials in accordance with the civilian constitution. However, this situation doesn't please everyone in the country, as there is still a significant portion of the population that prefers military rule. While the people are divided on many issues, their fundamental goal is the unity and integration of their country. Therefore, when it comes to their country, they can compromise on many of their beliefs. This highlights the extent to which they are a nationalistic society. Although there hasn't been a major external threat so far, there are separatist groups from different ethnic backgrounds within the country. These separatist groups have been one of the country's biggest problems throughout its history. While many people share the common belief that Kabarde's future will be bright, it's safe to say that Kabarde holds its destiny in its own hands. Each citizen will undoubtedly play a role in the country's future. Moreover, the famous slogan coined by the people after every military coup, "The sole owner of victory is Kabarde," is still fresh in everyone's mind. I'm going to make myself sick reading this. Respect the voter. Dear Judge, our greatest expectation as you participate in upcoming cases is that you make accurate decisions in accordance with our Constitution. If either the plaintiff or the defendant believes that you have made an incorrect decision, they can approach us and we will conduct a detailed review. If we determine that your decision was incorrect, you will face a penalty the day after cases in which you made incorrect decisions. You can find out why we believe you made a wrong decision by using the file here. Cases in which you make incorrect decisions will be reviewed by another judge. We have full confidence in your ability to make correct decisions, but we deemed it appropriate to provide this information. Best of luck in your duties as Supreme Court. 3 to 8 years or 300,000. I should read this entirely. Will I be coming back here, please? So we got a free trial and then we get the menu here. Yeah, that'll work. fuck? Although there are opposing views in the government, their overall attitude towards me is positive, 70%. There are only one or two people left in the board with whom I can't agree. It seems like there's no issue. The number of people who love me among the public is greater. I think this will sustain me for a while. My spouse gets angry with me occasionally, but for now, our relationship is manageable. Ooh. Hello, I'm your new assistant. Job description. Hello, sir. I'm your assistant, Robin Harris. Firstly, I'd like to wish you success in your new role. My role is to provide you with the necessary information before cases and to conduct detailed analysis by research in the following day about the decisions you make in the case. In this analysis, I strive to find what institutes, the press, or social media think about the decisions you have made. If you ever have any needs, I'll always be here for you. Best regards. Welcome to your new duty. Information, dear judge, we are pleased to welcome you to your new duty. The decisions you will make hold great importance for our country's legal system. Therefore, we have no doubt that you will make decisions in accordance with our Constitution. All right, the Cabarde Border Command versus Bowden Bell, human trafficking case. I have prepared the documentation for your upcoming case and left them on the table in the courtroom for you. Additionally, the attorneys are waiting for you in the courtroom for the pre-trial hearing. Oh boy, that's gonna be fun. Hey, I got followers. Good morning, Kabade. Today we continue to stay energetic and positive as always. What beautiful moments should we share today? Hashtag Kabade. We're gonna like. Ooh, okay, Kabade Times. See, human trafficking officer denies allegations. I don't think this will work for anyone, so don't try putting that information in anywhere. Okay, so it's good to keep an eye on this. Luckily, we're in a pretty good spot, so. So for today's law, this is 3 to 8 years, $300,000, because this is all about human trafficking. All right, I guess it's headed for the pre-trial. All right. Starting with the plaintiff. Plaintiff's lawyer Mark Harris. My client, Kabad Border Command, aims to secure our country's borders by preventing unauthorized crossings. However, it has been discovered that the defendant, who works at the border post, allows undocumented, oh God, who has who had previously arranged with human traffickers to enter the country during his working hours. You will agree that this is an extremely serious, significant matter that jeopardizes our country's security. God, I am doing this at the worst time imaginable. Therefore, we request his trial and the imposition of the necessary penalties. This is the worst timing for me to play this game. But if I don't play it, I won't play it. Defendant's lawyer Rebecca White. My client, Borden Bell, indeed works under the Kabata Border Command at the border post. He is a dedicated citizen who is loyal to his homeland and understands the importance of his duties and responsibilities. I can no longer get this voice out of my head. There is no basis for him to engage in any activities outside his job description. We firmly deny the plaintiff's allegations and request the acquittal of any trial. The defendant, Your Honor, Jeffrey Clark, has recently started working at the Border Command and is distant from my client's duty area. Therefore, he is not knowledgeable about the incident. We request that you reject his testimony as a witness. If you agree with the objection made by the attorney, you must check the accept box below. If you mark the reject button, you will not accept the objection, and the witness will be heard in court. They do not object. I am a man who requests that if there is need for the defendant is asking me to not include this guy because he didn't work near it. Rejected. I'd rather have as many witnesses as we can so that the evidence is given fully. I reject it. Order. We will not receive any punishment from this case. Order. The lawsuit begins. Human traffic, Cooperative Border Command versus Bowden Bell. Human trafficking case number 1967. According to this, Cooperative Border Command alleges that one of its officers is involved in human trafficking along the borders. They claim that during his working hours, he illegally allows undocumented immigrants into the country and profits from it. The accused officer, Bowden Bell, vehemently denies these allegations and does not admit to any connection with human traffickers. All right. So the parties, we got information here. The plaintiff, Cooperative Border Command, witness Andrew Turner and Jeffrey Clark. Defendant, Brandon Wilson. Evidences in file. The CCTV footage. It captures the illegal border crossing of immigrants. All right. All right. Going over our checklist. Mark Harris, please stand. Mark Harris. You are accusing the duty officer of misconduct. Do you have any evidence to support this claim? Your Honor, upon reviewing our institution's records, it was determined that the defendant was not present in the security booth where he was supposed to be working during these working hours. Additionally, we have submitted the relevant security camera footage to the court. What is the content of the footage? The security camera footage we submitted to the court. It belongs to the security booth located at the border where the defendant was on duty. As you will see in the footage, a group of 3 illegal migrants is passing through the fence. Things. 3. weapon is leaning against fence on ground. What penalties are you searching for? Your Honor, the fact that the defendant is not. Oh. Silence. Order in the court. Your Honor, the fact that the defendant is not seen in the camera footage does not mean that he did not commit a crime. The defendant is well aware of the camera's location. His absence during the commission of the crime is no coincidence. Defendant knows camera location and his absence is not coincidence. The presence of his duty weapon right next to the area where the migrants cross, his absence from his post during the shift, and the illegal crossing onto our country as a result represents a significant security breach. We request a maximum penalty for maximum penalty. Thank you very much. Let me sit down, Mr. Harris. Defendant Bowden, please stand. What is your duty at the border post? You've never acted outside my duty. This accusation is completely slanderous. Being charged in such a case is evidence of slander itself. I have never made any mistake in my duty other than to impose by the limitations of being human. On the contrary, I have been insulted by my superior multiple times. Do you have anything to say about the security camera footage presented by your institute? Your Honor, I acknowledge the camera footage belongs to the security booth at the border post when I was on duty. I am not very knowledgeable about technology, but I know that these images have been tampered with. Please believe in my innocence. Thank you very much. I want to see the evidence. Mr. Harris. Andrew Turner, please come to the stand. Mr. Turner. So, Mr. Turner, can you confirm that you were on duty at the border post with the defendant? Stay calm and just answer the question. Did you witness any suspicious behavior from the defendant during or outside his duty hours? Bowden is someone with strong social skills. He often interacts with people living near the border outside of working hours. Sometimes I join these conversations. However, the topic of human trafficking never came up in these conversations, at least the ones I participated in. Yes. All right. However, the border post is quite unique. After all, hundreds of men are spending time in the same place. Bowden communicated with us in a very normal way. Perhaps he wasn't very cheerful lately, but who among us isn't going through tough times? All right, thank you very much. Jeffrey Clark. Is it true you were stationed at the security booth closest to the defendant at the time of the incident? Yes, but I am new to the job, so I'm not very familiar with how things work at the border post or the border area. I might have been the closest, but still, the distance was not very close. How far is your post from the defendant's line of sight? I would estimate about 250 meters. As I mentioned before, I am new to the area. Also, during the night, my visibility is, as you can imagine, more limited. Did you notice anything unusual at the defendant's security booth during the time of the incident? At one point, I saw some shadows on the other side of the border. We occasionally see wild animals, but these look like people more than animals. However, since it was nighttime, my visibility was not very good. Thank you very much. And now it comes time for my decision. Looking at all the evidence here, I'm ready to conduct my verdict. WSGA's opinion: the testimonies of the witnesses involved in the case may affect the content of this case. Due to the fact that the testimony of the plaintiff is incorrect about the number at the gate, I deem it to have been falsified. Finding defendant innocent. I will always choose my family over everyone else. Kubati versus Lucian Foster. This next one, we're following up on a murder. I may need to meet with the Prime Minister more often. I should work on improving our relationship these days. Who should I meet? Okay, so things are still pretty good, pretty good, pretty calm, pretty calm. Why am I going to the crime scene? At the crime scene, a corpse identified to belong to Miles Peter was discovered with a container. Additionally, a strong odor is present inside the container. The container is a cold storage unit. Upon a thorough examination of the corpse, it was determined that there are signs of physical assault. Furthermore, there are instances of frostbite and loss of function in various limbs of the deceased. Oh. Pills. 2 pills. Your antidepressants. My family comes before this fucking court. Plaintiff, you're first. The body of Miles Peter was discovered inside a frozen food container during routine inspections at the port. Following a thorough investigation by our prosecution, it has also been determined, based on witness testimonies and examined evidence, that the incident was committed by Lucien Foster, the CEO of the container's owner company. Therefore, we request the punishment of the defendant. Laura Martinez. My client, Lucien Foster, is a prominent and respected businessman. We acknowledge that there was a heated argument between him and the deceased due to the engine failure experienced during the recent ship voyage. However, Lucien Foster has not seen the deceased after that argument. He personally desires a thorough investigation to shed light on this unfortunate incident. However, he denies the murder allegations brought against him. No one has any objections? Alright. Here they. Lawsuit begins. Defendant is tense, respectful, neat. Kubata versus Lucien Foster. Murder case number 1978. Harper Gray, please approach the stand. Under what circumstances and how was Miles Peters' body found? Oh shit, I'll be back, guys. We'll continue here next time. I just realized I have something coming up. So I'll see you all next time.